Welcome to Blended Healing. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips in the balance of the favor of fair use. Salute and grand rising. Welcome to Blended Healing. There is power in your spirit. You have the right to decide what belief system you will choose to govern the order of your spirit. Regardless of what you choose, it's important to own everything that is strong in your spirit. There is beauty, strength, and power in truly understanding. You must be able to acknowledge and accept yourself in order to tap into the power of your spirit. This is something that you can cultivate together with. You have the right to do this within a group of like-minded individuals so you can support one another. There is something that you can cultivate together as you see the strength in each other. It can be difficult for you to accept, as sure as other people, a man, have had some part in your creation. You see, the brothers in our life that can see the beauty in you and feed you strength. You need them also, and vice versa. We are all a part of the fight in our spirit. And there's nothing wrong nor demeaning about that. Because one day you're going to have to teach your daughters and your sons about a power that has been in them since the day that they were born, and guide them in how to awaken such a thing. The path of ownership begins with you. We have a peculiar instinct for as long as we can remember. We feel connected to different seasons and elements, and we have a strong connection to different environments. Some of us had these gifts as a child, where we were able to see with more than our natural eyes. We were taught about herbs and how burning them, like bay leaves and sage, could work, and how to do that. Long before our spirits could be set to an order of belief, we knew that there was a richness stirring inside of us. This is an understanding that we must return to. It's no good to embrace any type of magic of our blackness as children, only to abandon the evolution and the said magic as women and men. We must return to ourselves, truly, to own our spirituality and the greatness in it. You see, when we choose a faith, be it indigenous, Christianity, Islam, or any other many different choices, it is very hard to function in that belief when we deny the power of the spirit within us. We can't see a deity within ourselves or imagine walking in any degree of dominion when we are not comfortable in our own skin. And this leads to many praying and shouting out unto the divine only to feel they are unanswered. Others lift their voice to Allah only to feel abandoned. While some of us offer unto the Orishas only to earn silence. It's discouraging, and it causes us to abandon our faith only to receive the same dormant results in the next faith that we choose. There is a power deep in your being created for both man and woman that must be accepted for any answers in your favor. To believe in something powerful is to understand you yourself are powerful. You see, strength and power needs a vessel in kind to work through, lest that vessel be destroyed merely due to weakness. You got to own your strength, your power, your spirituality, and the beauty of it. You are strong and capable, and acknowledge that this truth, so that the faith you choose can manifest itself as a reflection of the power that's within you. This is the knowledge gift you pass to your children, and that your children grow in awe of seeking, excuse me, that same beauty and power when they come to age. They will honor the power and magic in a man and in a woman because they grew up experiencing the power via their mother or father. Your ownership of spirit is necessary to the resurrection of our communities, the empowerment of our fellow brothers and sisters, and the restoration of all of us. You are important. Your spirit is needed. And the first person it will bless is you. I want to back you up for a moment because has been an age-old question. Does it, my God, does the divine control everything? Does the divine control everything? Is it our free will or is it predestined? You see, the issue of how the divine controls relates to human free will. And there has been a lot of deep reflection throughout history because this question challenges your understanding of divine authority, human accountability, and decisions that you face in your life. Different religions often offer unique perspectives on this, from Christianity through philosophical exploration in other faiths. The balance between the divine sovereignty and human choice continues to be complex. You see, when the Bible offers you guidance, or whatever you read, the Quran offers you guidance, it doesn't provide a definitive answer. It only leaves you space for a lot of different interpretations. Okay? Does the divine control everything? You see, the first thing you need to understand is the nature of free will. In Genesis 2:16 through 17, it says, "And the Lord God commanded the man, you are free to eat from any tree in the garden, but you must not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. For when you eat of it, you will certainly die." You see, free will is our ability to make choices that shape our spiritual journey. Free will is more than just making choices. It's about understanding the incredible dignity of human agency. And when we recognize that our decisions are not predetermined scripts, but reflections of our true self. We can tap into a powerful reality. The divine doesn't dictate our path like a puppeteer, but invites us into a dynamic relationship where our choices do matter. You feel me? In the Bible, there are several references to predestination, like Ephesians 1:4-5 speak of divine selection, while passages in Joshua emphasizes human choice. The divine's plan involves active human participation, and scripture presents a view where the divine knowledge and human choice coexist. You see, our decisions matter. They're not a preset of outcomes, but it contributes to a larger spiritual narrative. You see, human nature plays a critical role in the discussion of free will. It does. True transformation and the ability to align our will with the divine come only through his intervention and grace. Just truth shows the connection between human nature, divine help, and moral responsibility. The divine foreknowledge means God comprehends all potential outcomes and choices without controlling them. Foreknowledge and predestination are linked, with some believing that the divine's knowledge of our choices tells him predestination. The view that the divine plans are not influenced by human decisions, as he knows the future and works everything together for good. There is divine sovereignty and free will that is not contradictory, but can coexist harmoniously. The divine integrates human choice into his greater plan, ensuring that his purposes are ultimately fulfilled without overriding the freedom of individual action. And while the Bible reveals God's plan for salvation, there are many parts of the divine's will remain beyond human comprehension. You see, the divine mystery invites us to trust in the divine's wisdom and rest in the assurance that his plans are always good and purposeful. So-called sin complicates the concept of free will because we were given the ability to make our own choices. Free will can be distorted and influenced by things that are not God. However, through the redemption, believers are given the power to overcome so-called sin and make choices that align with the divine's will. I'm just going to leave that right there. You can do your own research on that. But what I do want to get to is spiritual warfare. My God, my God, my God. Every year, it's getting worse and worse and worse. We often limit ourselves only to physical engagement, although we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Everything does not have to be done on a physical level. There is more to life than what meets the eye. Before anything happens on a physical level, it happens on a spiritual level. When we begin to start researching the causes of diseases on a metaphysical level, we find that it always goes back to spiritual void. As above, so below. When we do not notice or take care of the issue on a spiritual level, it will manifest physically. Even our medicine is designed to care only for the physical self. So we rarely hear about the miraculous cures or lifelong treatments. That's what we hear. The medicine from the East is derived more from a spiritual perspective, where those that are seeking help or treatment learn to balance the mind, body, and the spirit in order for them to get the full picture of health. Most of the healing we hear about comes from Eastern medicine and requires the practitioner and the client to equally work together for optimal health. There are tools that we can use on a daily basis to maintain our mind, body, and spirit connection, to increase our awareness of what is happening on a spiritual level, well before it manifests physically. Let me put you on, because these are the things that you need to have in your toolbox. Sage. Sage is used for smudging your sacred place, your home, your body, your office. It's a simple way to release negative and stagnant energy from a space. Think of smudging as you would do taking a bath. The intention of both is to remove dirt and debris. Smudging with sage changes and shifts the element in the air. Sage can also be used after an argument when you feel moody or you're angry, when you are unclear, or even as an incense. The other thing you need in your toolbox is strong intuition, because it's difficult to fight spiritually when you are disconnected from your intuition. Your sixth sense is your intuition. It alerts you of any danger that may be ahead of you, and redirects you if the path ahead is more treacherous than necessary. Our intuition gives what we refer to as a gut feeling, and it lets us know of changes taking place with our bodies, as well as what our bodies are in need of. Another thing in your chest should be personal power. You have undoubtedly crossed paths with those people who feel personal power isn't necessary because God is their power. They often call out to Jesus to take the wheel. You see, personal power gives you the ability to know that God's source spirit would not bless you with the vehicle if you did not possess the necessary skills to be behind the wheel. Many times we use waste God given energy that could have been used to implement action, which is prayer. The next thing you need in your toolbox is prayer. It is the most improperly used spiritual tool. We often enter into prayer in a desperate, helpless state of beg, hope, and plead for relief. And prayer should not be limited to when things are falling apart in your life. Prayer is a daily ritual which has the power to reconnect us to God's source spirit and bring about clarity and strength. We need not pray for a battle, a fight to be ended, but rather than we successfully complete our mission. The next thing is your purpose. Anybody can enter into a fight or a battle. The most successful warrior knows exactly why he or she is in battle. You see, spiritual warriors seek understanding on a spiritual level by going back to the source of creation. And when we understand the purpose of our challenge, it makes it easier for us to overcome it. When our purpose is clear, we will engage in spiritual warfare, knowing that we are protected and that we will reach a new level of spiritual growth. Last thing that I want to cover, because there's so many. Another thing that should be in your toolbox is patience. I'm not talking about patience that allows you to sit around and hope and pray for the best to come. I'm talking about the patience that makes you cautious of what you eat, your strengths, who you are surrounded by, your feelings, thoughts, your movements. Patience is awareness. Patience is stillness. Patience is actively fulfilling your purpose and standing in your own personal power. Healing is a process that incorporates the whole self. There is no miracle pill that you can take in order to achieve optimum health. you can experience total health through balance. I bow down to you, spiritual warriors. We have an uphill battle. I ask the divine, the council, to step in and say, what do we need to know about this spiritual warfare? What is the lesson? What is the lesson? Let's play a little music as we prepare ourselves to hear the words from the divine and from the council about what lessons that they want us to know about. Ashe, Ashe.
Mississippi River, black leaves in the Mississippi fire, black leaves in the Mississippi choir, black leaves on the Mississippi land, and we've got cotton, we've got sons and daughters, we got grit and glory, we've got mother stories, we've got strength like towers, we got hope and power. God made woman with an iron's hand, placed her up on heaven's land. God made woman with an iron's hand, raised her up on heaven's land. Strength like towers, we got hope and power. God made woman with an iron hand, raised her up on heaven's land.
Welcome back. I had asked the divine and the council what messages are for you, for the collective, when it comes to this spiritual warfare and spirituality and all things including, and what do you need to do when you're on spiritual attack? What's the lesson? There came out at least 5 different messages, so I'm going to do the best I can to give you the message. Please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. The first message that came out for you was patience, step back, find a lesson, trust in yourself, and break free. When it comes to patience, the lesson that you're going to learn is that you're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy thing for you to do, but you're strong, and there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way that you want them to in this moment. So you have to have some patience. You're being taught patience. That's the lesson, because it'll eventually work out. The next lesson is for you to step back. Step back. You're asked to step back from life in order to gain some perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it could be hard to make a decision. So span out and view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective that you need. So the next lesson that you're being asked to do is for you to step back in order for you to gain some perspective. The next thing is to find a lesson. This is why we're here. Something has happened and it stopped you in your tracks. So in reality, it's simply teaching you where you need to grow. There's no such thing as failure, so pick yourself up, learn from it, and keep going. Lessons, find a lesson. Trust in yourself. That's the next lesson. The divine is telling you that you got this. You work hard to get this far, and you have the ability to create the things that you desire. Learning to trust in yourself and in your abilities will take you to your highest timeline. And lastly, in this message, they tell you to break free. That's the next lesson. And being asked from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. This isn't easy, but it's very necessary for you to go to sharing your true self with other people. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. The lesson is for you to have patience. That's what you're going to learn. You're going to learn that you need to step back. You're going to learn to find out what the lesson is. You're going to have to trust in yourself, and you're going to have to learn to break free. That's the lesson for you. May that message find you well. The next lesson is obligation, pay attention, compassion, gratitude, and take a chance. When you come out of this spiritual attack, you have to find a lesson. What was you supposed to learn from this? The first thing they want you to learn is your obligation. You got to stop telling yourself you should. When you cater to other people or to unnecessary expectations of yourself, you stop your flow of abundance. They want you to pay attention. Pay attention. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to the signs that you're being given, both the subtle ones and the ones that can't be missed. These signs will help you see how to best move forward in order to live your best life. The next lesson is you're being asked to be kinder to yourself, to give yourself a break instead of being a taskmaster, a bully, and a horrible friend. Be a loving comforter who always has your back. There's always something for you to be grateful for. Even in the darkest of situations, now's the time to recognize what is going on well in your life and what you're thankful for. And lastly, it's time to step outside your comfort zone. The world is waiting for you to take a chance. And when you do, you'll be rewarded with newfound confidence, enthusiasm, and you will begin to attract new results. You are learning in this lesson that you have an obligation to do the things that you need to do. You have to pay more closer attention to what's going on around you. You have to show people compassion, especially yourself. Always have an attitude of gratitude, and for you to take a chance. The divine got you. That is number 2. Please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. The next lesson is you're being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free of all drama, and this is the first step to achieving that. You're being asked to ground yourself. You've been spending too much time in your head, and it's time to pay attention to your body and to the earth and to go outside and plant your feet on the ground and enjoy the centering feeling that this brings. Whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. Remember that the resolutions don't always happen in the way that you hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. You are letting outside circumstances create turmoil and frustration within you. Remember, you always have the power to choose your response. Let inner peace attract a higher vibrational outcome for you. The lesson that you're being taught here is you need to release it. You need to ground yourself while you're going through this process. You need to get a resolution about what you've been struggling with so you can get to inner peace. All right, that's your lesson. That's lesson number 3. May it find you well. The next lesson, you may be disappointed with recent outcomes. Remember, if one door closes, you're being redirected to one that will soon open to your true soul path. There's something or someone you're clinging to, and it's keeping you from stepping into your light. You have everything you need to succeed, and the only approval you need is your own. It's not always easy to have faith and trust that everything is going to be okay. Yet still, you must do exactly that, because when you have faith, your life is going to begin to flow in magical ways and that you never imagined were possible. This is lesson number 4. They want you to accept. Accept the disappointment. Accept the fact that as door closed, another one's open. Dependence. You are being dependent on someone, and you need to release that because you got to step out on faith. And that's a lesson of this attack that you're going through right now. Please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. And the last message, you've been here before and you know what to do, yet your fear of disappointing others is stopping you. The wise choice may not be the popular choice, but choose for the highest good in the situation. You've stayed silent for too long, and you need to speak up. You need to stand your ground and state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. You're being asked to open up your heart to another person, to let down your walls and trust that they want what is best for you. Your life is going to open up in wonderful ways once you decide to open up. You're taking a back seat in a relationship or a situation, and it may end up costing you time, money, or an opportunity. You need to step up and regain control once again. You're being asked to pause before making a quick decision and moving forward. Allow yourself to step back and look at all the possible outcomes. and make sure that you're heading in the right direction before moving forward. Your lesson number 5, is to always rely on your wisdom, to speak your truth. You need to open up because there's others that can help you. You could take charge of the situation and pause to make sure that you're moving in the right direction. And that's it, and that's all. So be well, stay safe. Ashe and deep out of each and every one of you. And I shall see you all very, very soon.
I am making decisions for my happiness that don't make sense to anybody else around me. I am not looking for a high five or encouragement. I'm not asking what you think about it. I'm just gonna do it. So if you see me doing something out of character or I'm acting brand new or I'm on some new shit, just know it's about where I'm coming and not about who I've been. It's about where I'm going and not where I was, and I don't want.
I ain't got a cap, cause baby, look at the material. Face is like a goddess and the body is ethereal. Get up in my vibe, feels like a higher something spiritual. Already know what I came here to do. Level up, ambiance, I set it up. I can never get enough. Love the woman I've become. Morning affirmations, high vibrations like the rising sun. Tell a hater we ain't done. I got more shine to come. Cause I got confidence, and I work hard for this. Waited way too long for this. Now I got confidence, and I work hard for this. I'm working on my confidence. I got confidence. Waited way too long for this. Building on my confidence. Working on me, yeah. Becoming everything I need. And I ain't even in my final form yet. Got a strong foundation, I'm just upgrading the format. Dead weight get cut off, bad vibes get brushed off. Baby, I'm the plug and I can't let nobody run off. I can't match your energy, it's not in my aesthetic. Choosing peace over that petty shit. The girls that get it, get it. Understanding my assignment, always in alignment. Trusting in the process, being patient with the timing. Cause I got confidence, and I work hard for this. Waited way too long for this. Now I got confidence, and I work hard for this. I'm working on my confidence. I got confidence. Waited way too long for this. Building on my confidence. Working on me.